Biafra, The War That Changed Nigeria, Season 2. Episode 12, Benin, Or, and the March Toward Lagos. The capture of Benin City shocked the nation. What had seemed impossible only weeks earlier had suddenly become reality. News raced through villages, towns, and cities. For many supporters of the Biafran advance, Benin represented more than a military victory. It symbolized momentum, confidence, and the possibility that the conflict could move far beyond the borders of eastern Nigeria. Yet beneath the celebrations, military planners knew difficult challenges lay ahead. Every mile gained stretched supply lines farther. Every success created new responsibilities. As soldiers settled into newly captured territory, one question quietly emerged across the country. Where would the advance stop? After Benin, attention turned toward Ore. Strategically positioned along one of the most important routes in western Nigeria, Ore suddenly became a focal point of the campaign. Soldiers moved along dusty highways beneath heavy tropical skies. Villagers watched long convoys pass through roads that had once been peaceful. Rumors spread faster than official reports. Some believed the war would soon end. Others feared it was only beginning. With every mile covered, the psychological impact of the campaign grew larger. Across Nigeria, military commanders studied maps and searched for answers. The rapid movement westward created uncertainty everywhere. Radio broadcasts became essential. Families gathered around receivers late into the night, listening carefully for news. Markets buzzed with speculation. Travelers carried stories from one town to another. Nobody knew exactly what would happen next. The possibility of a major confrontation seemed closer than ever. For ordinary citizens, the war was no longer a distant event. It was becoming part of daily life. As reports continued to arrive, attention increasingly focused on Lagos. Political leaders, military officers, journalists, and ordinary citizens followed developments with growing concern. Though the city remained far from the front lines, discussions about security became more urgent. Newspapers carried dramatic headlines. Rumors multiplied. The idea that fighting could move closer to the nation's political center captured the imagination of many observers. At headquarters, Chukwuemeka Odumegwu Ojukwu studied reports arriving from the front. Every success created opportunities, but every success also carried risks. Military campaigns rarely unfolded exactly as planned. Supplies, communication, and coordination became increasingly important. The decisions made during these days would influence the direction of the war for months to come. While the advance continued, responses were already being prepared elsewhere. Military commanders worked tirelessly to evaluate the changing situation. Roads, bridges, supply routes, and strategic towns suddenly became more important than ever. The conflict was entering a phase where every decision mattered. Among civilians, emotions remained mixed. Some saw the campaign as proof that anything was possible. Others worried about what lay ahead. Families prayed for peace. Communities hoped for stability. Across Nigeria, uncertainty became the defining emotion of the moment. The march toward Lagos would become one of the most discussed episodes of the Nigerian Civil War. It revealed ambition, confidence, uncertainty, and risk all at once. As the campaign continued, the future remained unclear. New battles were approaching, new decisions awaited. The road ahead would change the course of the conflict and shape the next chapter of the story. The road from Benin to Ore changed the war and captured the attention of an entire nation. But even greater events were about to unfold. In the next episode, we explore how the campaign reached its most dramatic turning point. Like, subscribe, and follow on YouTube, TikTok, and Facebook for the next chapter of Biafra, The War That Changed Nigeria.